CrossGen podcast sound check take 1,359,127.2.
A true Yaren will always pass a security check.
Zilla Billa Killa. Okay.
Nobody
Speak
Freestyle.
literally
into
hear
the
you.
mic.
Freestyle.
Stop moving away
Godzilla.
from it.
Billa Killa. Dilla. Jilla.
You doing this sound like this on the mic. So talk to the mic.
Check.
What?
Check.
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 Oh.
Season
You gave me a good
finale
idea.
of C2.
Yeah, you gave me a good idea.
CrossGen podcast sound check take 500,226,492,155 spot 3 done.
Spot 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
What the heck is spot
We
3?
spotted 2 before it, so this is the third one.
Ooh. I spotted
Booyah.
the Phantom car in GTA
Yeah.
Online.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sound check done.
This is the beginning of a podcast.
Oh, the soundtrack.
That came out of nowhere. No, the sound check is over.
What are you doing? What planet are you on?
McDonald's.
Get off of McDonald's planet right now.
Beginning of McDonald's planet.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CrossGen podcast. I'd like to thank you for joining us on this journey today. Please remember to review the show afterwards. That'll help us a lot. Let's get started. We're going to just jump into this because this is, drum roll please, our 50th episode.
Yay.
Is that not crazy? We've
Yeah,
actually
it is.
survived 5-0, the 50th episode.
Technically 49.
No, this is the 50th. Oh, well, I guess
Yeah,
if you want to
49,
say
49,
that.
49.
We've survived 49 and lived to tell a tale on the 50th.
Yes.
So
Survived 49 winters.
thank you to our listeners for being out there and listening to this crazy podcast.
49 winters under the depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's 49 years. We've not
I
been
know.
around for 49 years.
Yeah.
Well, speak for yourself.
Oh.
No, all right, hold on.
I was right all
I've
along.
actually hit the 5-0
Oh, you did.
this week, so
Oh, shoot, that's right. You're 50.
that's crazy.
So, and technically, it's a double 50.
Wow, I didn't even
Really
think
a
about
double
that.
50.
Yeah, right? That's cool.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, 50 episodes for this 50-year-old old fart.
Where we talk about 50.
Cents?
50 Cent. Yes, we talk about 50 Cent. I mean, what style
Go to
podcast
the
are we doing
club.
anyway?
Da. Freestyle club. In the
Yeah.
club. On the club. With the club.
Oh, my God. What is this lyrics?
I don't know.
Without the club.
Dun, dun,
Dur,
dun,
dur,
dun, 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 dun.
He doesn't even.
I
Oh
know
my
what the song. I know
God.
what the song is.
Tell
I
me,
just
what's
don't
the
know
chorus?
why
What's
you're
the
doing
chorus?
it.
What's the chorus?
No, stop.
Oh
Can
my
you stop
God.
laughing? It's, it's yo. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Oh my
I know
God.
I know the lyrics. I'm
It's
just
your
not.
birthday.
Well, yes, that's
What is
the
that?
song.
A birthday song to like a 3-year-old kid? Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Something like that.
And
I
then
mean-
there's some more about Bacardi. Yeah,
Okay, you're getting there. I respect.
I know the
In
lyrics.
club.
What's another song by 50 Cent? No. Okay. Anyway.
You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Mama, I
Bubbly.
got what you need.
Oh,
If you
something
if you need to feel the buzz.
Do you have a crock pot?
the
I
hell?
don't know. Whatever. There you go. So, Shock G.
Shock G. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used
Oh
to.
my god,
look
you do that
funny,
voice perfect.
But yo, I'm making money. See, so young world
oh my
gather
god,
round
you,
and catch me. See, now gather round.
I'm
the new fool in town,
but
because
my
my sound's laid down by the underground. I got about a
There you
Hennessy upon my shelf, but just
But
let me introduce myself. My name is
I
Humpty.
swear to God.
That's pretty good,
I
right?
swear to God. What
Shock
song
G.
is that?
I've heard the song. I
Oh
don't.
my God. Okay.
This is getting annoying.
It doesn't remember it.
This is your
No,
chance.
I know what it is. This Inquisition is what's annoying.
What's
There you
another
go.
song by Shock? No. Okay. Anyway,
Shock G.
What are we doing?
So, like Eli was trying to say earlier, this is going to be one of our not so once in a blue moon freestyle episodes.
Yes.
CrossGen freestyle.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What in the world? We're just talking about anything.
Yeah. Well,
We haven't. Have we ever done a freestyle episode before?
yes, we have.
Yeah,
Did we ever
Once.
call it a freestyle episode?
Yes.
I believe we did.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, what's one thing?
CrossGen freestyle.
Oh yeah, you right.
Take
C.
5 billion, 26 million, whatever.
C.
C was awesome.
Okay, let's talk about that because this is a freestyle podcast. So just
If people don't know what C is, it's Apple TV Plus's C.
wait. Did we talk about C before?
No, we haven't. Only
We
in
talked
passing.
about it, but I don't think we talked about
Briefly.
season 2.
In passing.
Briefly. Yeah. Okay, so then, what do
So
we
the
think of?
so the
yeah.
premise of C. First of all, it stars Jason Momoa,
Yes, as Baba Voss.
Baba Voss, and season 2 includes Drax Bautista,
Ito,
right? David Bautista
Dave
as
Bautista.
as Ito Voss.
Ito Voss, his brother.
Yeah. So
Later, wait. Should I?
well, let's tell them in general what
Yes.
C is, because C is kind of a very, very interesting. I guess you can say it's kind of a sci-fi-ish, fantasy type of show, right?
Yeah, very
It
much.
kind of hits both genres and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's set in the near future.
It's
Yeah.
been a few centuries now.
Okay, so in the near far future, but not a far future.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
not
it's-
like Foundation or that other or Dune. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that is
Dune.
far future.
Dune is
That's
what is that?
8,000
It was
8,000 years.
Yeah, it's like 10,000 AD.
We should talk
or
about
something
Dune
like
also,
that.
right?
Huh?
Since we're here, we could talk about
Oh.
Dune also.
Yeah, that's
But
what.
but let's
yeah.
get through C first,
Okay,
because
C.
C is set kind of in the near
The Nar future, yes.
the near far future, right?
Oh,
Where-
Nar,
the
yeah.
Nar
The
future.
Nar future. That's what I'm saying. I just
future.
abbreviated it real quick, but they don't know that. So
Yeah. Nar future.
the Nar future, the near far future, and in that show, humanity has gone blind. And so they're living very much kind of like in the Dark Ages, Celtic Ages, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
where electricity is kind of revered in reverential terms, right? And the sun is the god flame, and everything is very much a religious type of thing in a sense,
Mhm.
right? That kind of underlines everything, right?
Yeah.
And so they blame sight for the reason why humanity, quote unquote, ended and civilization, quote unquote, ended. And so there's no cars, there's no guns, there's no, well, we'll get to
yeah.
that. But mostly, if there's a conflict, it goes back to like swords and, that kind of stuff, right? So it's very Middle Ages type of living, right? But except everybody's blind.
Yeah.
So
everybody.
yeah, so Jason Momoa's character is Baba Voss, and he's the leader of a group of people that are living kind of in exile, right? Called the Alchemy.
Well, the hidden tribes.
Yeah.
Right. They're but there's a very specific reason why they're hidden. Well, they're the hidden tribes, but then they become even more hiddener
Yes.
because of the
Specific.
revelation that happens, because Baba Voss takes in somebody who eventually becomes his wife, but she was pregnant walking into the village, and her 2 children, she has twins, have sight.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the premise of it. And there is a queen, the Queen of Kanzua, right? Queen Sibith. What's her last name?
Sibith Kane.
Sibith Kane, right? Queen Sibith Kane.
We are pirates.
Yeah, she's a very, very interesting character. She's like flaky and eccentric, but she's also terrifying, also, right? Because she believes she's God anointed.
Oh my gosh.
And she believes that sighted people are heretics and
Witches.
abominations to the God flame, right? And the powers that be. So she has an entire military wing dedicated specifically to hunt them down, and they're called the Witch Finders, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we get out of like the first couple of episodes and stuff. And there's 2 seasons. So season 1 is really all about Baba Voss, if you think about it, right? He's like the main, especially with season 2, how season 2 kind of moved away from Baba Voss. Baba Voss was kind of the impetus. He was the guy that was driving, making sure that the kids were safe and stuff like that. And there was a lot of focus on his character in the first season. In the second season, it kind of shifted and became more about, Magra, his wife, the 2 kids, the queen, and some other new characters. And Baba Voss was kind of pushed off to the side a little bit in season 2.
Yeah, for sure.
So, there's that. But
I think season 1 was mainly like focusing on, I guess, the struggles of like being a parent, especially with like the kids being exiled and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 was more focused on. Oh wait, I shouldn't say it.
Well, this is the way I see it, and tell me if you're wrong. Season 1 is really kind of like a chase season, right? Where it's all about Baba Voss and everything that he's doing to try and keep those kids safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I say it really focuses on Baba Voss and his actions, because it is about, that season is about getting those kids safe, which by the time that we get into it, they're what, teenagers?
Yeah.
16, 20 seasons, right? Of life. So they're teenagers, young adults, right?
Yeah.
So they're learning how to handle themselves and stuff. And season 2 now becomes a greater story because it moves away from him protecting his family to the larger kind of vision of what this world looks like. So that's why I say season 1 really about Baba Voss, season 2 really about the world in general and how sighted people are now going to kind of impact what everything goes on, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about season 1. Season 1, we meet a lot of interesting characters there. I think we've talked about one in particular that I'm really, really fond of, that we've kind of done weird things with his name, right?
June.
The Witch Finder General. So his actual name is Jamakti Tune, right?
No, it's not.
See, now we've been messing around with his name so much, I don't even remember what his name.
You two have been messing around with his
Jamakti
name.
June.
Yes, there you go.
But we fool around and call him Jamakti Tune, right?
Yes.
But he is an awesome character, right?
Yep,
because he's kind of conflicted at this point, right? He knows he's been serving the queen for how long? He's been doing her bidding, hunting down and pretty much killing entire villages in the name of the queen, trying to find these heretics, right? And he comes toward the end of his service, the end of, I guess, his contract, and she is really something, right? And I think he kind of knows what the queen is, but because of his loyalty to her
Yeah,
and thing.
his loyalty really just blinds his judgment, and you could see that with like mainly because of later on his guilt
Mm-hmm.
sort of impacts him a lot,
Yep.
and that's mainly a defining trait of his character, his guilt.
Queen Kane is not a nice person.
No.
I mean, let's think of all the things that she did in season 1, right? Like season 1, she's free to murder everybody. She's had plots against her where she's not actually even leading the kingdom. She has this blind obsession, right? She's got this obsession with this character, Gerald Amell, right?
Yeah.
Who is a sighted person that's going around having kids that are sighted also.
Mhm.
And apparently they had a relationship and he rejected her. And so she's got this obsession with him to the point where she's not even really ruling the kingdom. And some of the politicians and the civil servants, they're kind of calling into question her reign, right?
Mhm.
She stops that really quickly because she kind of murders almost everybody that's against her.
And to be
Right.
fair, they did try
And they did try and kill her also,
There's a
But
there's a lot of
then
mistrust.
the
between
reaction to that was not warranted at all.
them.
Yeah, her reactions are never commensurate with the things that happen against her because AJ, talk about what she did.
So her whole thing was that, well, they tried to kill her. They tried to poison her with like a scorpion or a spider or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she goes, so they really want to take the throne from me, huh? Well, if I can't rule on the throne, no one can rule on the throne. And then she proceeds to flood her entire capital city because they're like sitting right next to an old dam. And
Isn't
she
that
just
like her palace almost, right?
it secondary, yeah.
In a sense, right? That's kind of where she lives. She lives in that dam, right? And she decides to just murder everybody in her kingdom, right? Because she's that unhinged.
Oh, man, her character is very, very interesting. Honestly,
So
I
much.
love
Annoying
when
and
she starts
Yeah.
going into homilies and songs, right? Like it's very it's like
So weird. And it's right after she says something impactful.
yeah, exactly.
It's
We're
like-
going to war. We are pioneers.
I'm so
Oh my
tone deaf
God.
that it's amazing. Oh
And
my
credit
God.
to that actress because she really plays that character well. She's not afraid to really go crazy with that character, right?
I think that's good.
Yes.
That's the betterment.
Absolutely
of her
crazy.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in like a really, really good way.
Especially, and you know what? Also, what's his name? In season 2, we get introduced to a new character. I think he's my favorite.
Yeah. But like I said, the character that plays Sibeth Kane is Sylvia Hoeks. She does it really, really well.
Yeah.
So before we get to season 2, there's also one other character that
Who?
4 other characters that really are important to that's Magra.
Oh well, Margaret. Yes.
That is also the 2 kids
And Paris.
and Paris. Right?
I don't think Bo Lion.
No,
Bowline
she's
is
more of a
like-
supporting character.
Yeah. Right.
The 2 kids, right?
Kofun and what's her
Haniwa.
name?
Haniwa, right?
Yes.
So we've had issues with both of them, right?
Yeah.
And not
Well, more so the brother. But
Right.
actually, no, you know what? Both of them, because one of them is like
Equally.
recklessly, like supremely reckless, and the other one is like adult sometimes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird because season 1 was where we saw a lot of Haniwa's flaws, right?
Yeah.
Season 2
Oh my God.
is where we saw a whole bunch of flaws for Kofun, right?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
God.
this kid.
So these are two kids that they kind of knew that they were different, and Paris's character, which is played by the incredible Alfred Woodward, right?
Yeah.
She's kind of like the she's like the seer, she's like the
Presage.
presage, the priestess. She kind of knows everything, right? And she can kind of sense things that normal people can't. But it's not in a supernatural way, right? They've never really,
It's like intuiting.
yeah, they've never really leaned into a supernatural way, right? But she's known about their sightedness for a while, and she actually went behind both Baba Voss's and Magra's back to kind of teach them how to read, how to learn and things like that. So, which in a way is a really really good thing because it's helped them tremendously.
They wouldn't have survived season 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have all these characters, and like I said, Paris is a very important character because she's kind of like the person that guides them through these rough times, right?
Mhm.
Long story short, for season 1, the Witchfinders do find the alchemy. Baba Voss and his family, along with Paris, kind of flee, but everybody else, almost everybody else in the village, is murdered by Tamak Dijun
Tamak Dijun
and his
Tamak
Witchfinders,
Dijun,
right?
yeah.
And so, like, season 1 kind of ends with them finding Jerolamel.
Juralamel.
Yeah, basically-
Jerolamel.
Basically, what happened was the kids were supposed to be brought there because apparently they would have a better life. They would be trained to use their sight to their advantage and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was kind of creating a sighted community
Yeah,
with all
society.
the kids that
Real
he's
small.
had, and
Yeah.
kind of bringing them into one place. That didn't go well for him, though,
Ooh.
because Baba Voss realized what he was doing because he was actually working with a third entity, right? The Travantians,
Yes.
which is another sect, another group, another nation of
evil people. No,
Oh,
it's just another. It's just another.
they're in
It's a rival
conflict.
nation.
Yeah, it's a rival nation.
They're in conflict with Paya,
Yeah.
right? The nation that everything in sea is going on with. So they're kind of like the enemy, but we don't know exactly the nature at that point of why they're at war. But he does sell Haniwa off to them, and he tries to keep Kofun. Baba Voss finds out, and well, Baba Voss, being who Baba Voss is, who he's a very very violent and
Ooh.
ruthless fighter,
Has a bloody history apparently.
bloody history,
He's known.
but he doesn't
as a
kill him.
Legendary warrior.
He doesn't kill him. He
Yeah,
does
I know.
something much much worse.
Like I said, that it would finish him.
Did not finish
I
it,
said
but
that it would
He
finish
blinds Jerolamel,
him. Yes.
which is the thing that it almost gives him a god complex, right?
Yeah,
It does. It does.
Yeah. So,
There's
but
no question about that.
Baba Voss, knowing that that's what it is, he doesn't kill him outright. He said, "You know what? I'm going to take away the thing that's going to hurt you even worse than dying. I'm going to take your sight." And so, like, he has a huge fall from grace, and eventually in season 2, right, he meets his end, and we'll get into that. So,
Like I said, he would.
so that's basically it, and eventually they do rescue what's her name. Then we get into season 2, which really really, for me at least,
well, he rescues
he rescues-
Kofun.
right.
The
And
whole
no,
first part of season 2 is rescuing Haniwa.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about it is that season 2, at least for me, was an actual better season than season 1. I
Yeah.
think they did a lot more things in season 2,
For sure.
and bringing in Dave Bautista as the villain was like a stroke of genius, because watching him play against Jason Momoa's Baba Voss character, it was pure
my
gold, right?
gosh.
Like their interactions every time they were on screen, it's like, what's gonna happen?
There was such a I don't even know. There was so you could see their rivalry without
See?
them even. But like you
Even
could
when they
see
weren't
that-
in the
yeah,
same room.
you could
I
see the
know.
hate that they had, and it was insane. Well,
More
hate
so
that
that
one
Ito
had.
had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baba was sort of a little bit hesitant in, and mainly just, I guess you could say, in his conflict with his.
Well, I
He
think
was like Goku. He didn't want to kill him, bro.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
everything was driven by their father, and I think what it really is, and Baba Voss was the older one. I don't
am
remember.
Baba
not
Voss is the older
sure.
one. Ito is the younger one.
And that makes sense because usually what happens is that when you have things like that, it's the older one that kind of remembers the events of what happened during their childhood a little bit more vividly than the younger one. And this is exactly what happened here because what Baba Voss had to do to protect Ito was kill his own father, right? But Ito didn't see it that way because again, you know, as you're younger, you don't get to process what's exactly going on
Yeah.
the right way. So he always thought that, you know what, Baba Voss is a bad guy because he just killed my father, not knowing what were the underlying reasons why he did it. And Baba Voss never really had that conversation with him because Ito immediately wanted to kill Baba Voss. So they kind of became estranged and whatnot, you know. But we get the revelation that Baba Voss was a Trevantian, right? Queen Kane has a very interesting voyage because she goes from being the queen to destroying her own kingdom, right? At least you know the palace and the surrounding area, right? To being
Yeah, the capital
captured,
city.
to being captured by slavers,
Well, in season 1.
right? In season 1, being rescued by Jamakti Toon and then betraying Tamakti Jun. See, we did it again. And then betraying him and killing him, or so we thought, right? And then she
So
goes
stupid.
to this new kingdom, where we see a former actor that we've seen before in one of our favorite shows, Sleepy Hollow, Tom Misson, and he plays the character of
Lord Harlan.
Lord Harlan.
My favorite.
He's really good in it, right?
Yes.
And I think
amazing.
that's one of the things about C that we like is that there's a lot of characters in there that we instantly, you know, get attached to.
Yes.
I mean, look at Toad, right?
Oh, Toad.
Toad is another
Oh,
character.
man.
He's a witch finder, but he's a witch finder with a heart,
Yes. For
right?
sure.
And he's played by another actor that we really really like.
It's in Banshee.
Yeah, he was in Banshee. His name is Hoon Lee, right? But again, in the world of C, nothing is ever very safe. So things happen and stuff.
Yeah.
Season 2 was awesome.
Yeah.
And I listen, seeing Jason Momoa in a samurai armor is just awesome.
Not to mention the whole thing, the whole political thing. Well, oh shoot.
Oh
we
wait, you
forgot to
can't
mention
forget. No, you can't forget.
What's her name?
The entire season they reminded you. The entire season, every single episode, maybe twice in an episode. Those goddamn Ganites.
Yes.
That is true.
Oh, man.
That's kind of like the running joke, right? You know.
Yeah, nice.
Ito, I want to go and lay waste to Paya, but the Ganites. I want to go after Baba Voss, but the Ganites. I want to do X, Y, and Z, but the Ganites.
So that's another faction aside from Paya and Travantia, right? And apparently the Travantians, they're kind of landlocked between the two kingdoms. And so they don't want to start a fight with Paya because then that means that they have a war on two fronts. And apparently the Ganites, even though Ito always says, oh, Ganites are nothing, right? They're enough to cause enough problems for them, right?
Yeah.
Like they've been fighting them even since, what was his name? Baba Voss killed his father.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long time, but they're not that difficult, right? At least that's what Ito thinks. It's like, oh, we can handle both the Ganites and the Pines if we need to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those damn Ganites.
But anyway,
I wonder if we're gonna see them in season 3. We have to see them at some point, right?
probably,
Yeah,
especially with
there's no way they remind you every single episode, and then there's no
I wonder if there's like
follow through.
a distinctive feature of the Ganites that makes them so special. Maybe they're like 7 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something, right? Because those damn Ganites.
God.
So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in season 2.
Like I was saying, like the political thing, I think we forgot to mention this. In season 1, we get the reveal that Magra is actually
The sister.
the sister of Queen Kane and technically the princess, except nobody knew it. Neither did Queen Kane. And then until season 2, it was like this whole thing where,
Oh, I thought you were dead.
yeah,
No, not really.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You know what that reminded me of? That kind of reminded me of the whole Gladiator moment where, the king dies and whispers into Maximus's ear and says, "I want you to be king because she cannot rule." And
That's
wasn't-
exactly what they did here
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Gladiator because technically, the father wanted Magra to lead and to rule, but because Sibeth is the older daughter, she grabbed the throne, right?
Mhm.
So, but again, the father knew ahead of time that Sibeth was not fit to rule because she was cruel, delusional, ruthless and stuff.
yeah.
But there you go. So it season 3 is obviously going to be a must watch for us, right? Because season 2 ended with it was so impactful. I think at the very end we were like, oh, it's finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were so much things going on with it. Like I said, very political. I like how they played with the politics and everything, and the deaths. Oh my God, so many this season, right? Oh man,
And the fighting was off
fighting
the hook.
choreography was, if it wasn't good, well, it was good in season 1, which is
It was stellar.
amazing in
two.
season 1. But
They
yeah,
took
in
it to new levels in season 2,
for
right?
sure. But I will still always love the
The
what's
fight with the slaver.
yeah
in season
holy
1.
crap, that was insane.
Gonna jam it down your throat.
That
Yeah.
was probably, honestly, I think that was the most brutal thing that we've seen.
Probably. I mean, he's done some pretty crazy things, but that definitely tops the list. Good segue though, because we do see him in another movie, right? And it's funny because while we were watching it, it was like, that's Baba Voss, except
Duh.
not Baba Voss, right? Jason Momoa is in Dune,
Dune,
which just came out this weekend. And again, just like season 2, Dune is plenty political also, right?
Hell yeah, that is probably
It's got like,
the most political.
it's
thing.
almost like Game of Thrones depths type of political, right?
It's Star Wars if they went full Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They should have.
So guys, what did you guys think about it? None of you guys ever watched Dune, right? I know I haven't.
No, I haven't seen the movie, the one in '84, I think, which I heard was not the greatest. And then there was a sci-fi show that I heard was superb. But again, both I've never seen.
We have to track that sci-fi show down because watching this movie here, it kind of piqued my interest in the backstory of Dune. And there's a lot of stuff that they didn't. I don't know if it was because of time, because again, Dune is kind of so packed with content, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of things that I learned after the movie because I just had to get on and kind of Google Dune and find out. There's a lot of stuff that either they didn't have time to put in the film or they chose not to put in the film, but things that were super important to the story and especially going forward if they continue to make more Dune movies.
I know.
I'm not going to spoil it with you guys because I don't know how much down the rabbit hole you guys want to go into, you know, but there's a lot of interesting stuff about Dune if you wanna really dig in, and that's why we talked about Dune very briefly on our other podcast, the Get Geek podcast, and that's why I mentioned that I thought that Dune, even though it did have a series, HBO should really consider making this Dune into a brand new series, which you said they are.
It's
It's
kind of
kinda
like
like
a
a
spin-off.
side
It's called
tangent.
Dune Sisterhood or something like that.
Right. And they're going to be focusing on that cult or
The
that.
Ben Gesserit or
Yeah.
something like that.
hmm
Yeah.
So that's super interesting, and there is stuff there with the wife, Carolyn, is it?
Lady Jessica.
Lady Jessica. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
There's stuff that connects her to that and to other things in the film that they didn't touch upon. I'll just leave it like that.
The chosen
So, what do you guys think about Dune?
one.
There go.
You go.
Okay. Very, very interesting. I kind of don't know how I didn't get put onto this a while back. Seeing this movie actually, now that I kind of really want to see that show because it was like, and just the way I know this, you mentioned this on the other podcast, the, what do you call it? I guess the cinematics and just the way the shots are framed, it was very mesmerizing. It was very, very good. Very pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, that director has a really good knack or of how to frame shots, and I gather he works with the same cinematographer on all these movies because they have that almost hypnotic, dreamy quality about them. Whether it's Blade Runner, even Arrival. There's a movie Prisoners that we saw with our grandma here. You remember that movie?
With Hugh Jackman?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was his movie also. And that
Oh.
movie had like those that thing where it's like you can't really look away. And he does pack a lot of his films with a lot of information. Some people like it, right? And some people do criticize him for it because it does lend itself to sometimes if you're watching it late at night,
No, man.
it's so beautiful and hypnotic, but he's hitting you with so much stuff that it can put you into a catatonic state in a sense. Mainly, sometimes you can fall asleep because it has happened to various people that we know that watches this movie. But the thing about it, it's not a bad thing because it's really, really good. It's just you're just
So much information to absorb.
dreamy. It's like wow.
And then especially with Dune, because not only is there 5 books?
I believe so, yeah.
The first book is so content laden and like complex and huge that you simply can't do it all in one movie. So there was, I'm guessing even now more so than ever, there was a lot that you had to compact in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so much so that there's going to be a part 2 that hopefully gets greenlit.
Yes. So we'll see. And what HBO has said about that is that they're kind of waiting to see how the public reacts to Dune. This movie was an expensive movie to make, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they want to play it safe. But it is one of these things where not only it's kind of difficult, I guess, to gauge, but I guess they
Mhm.
have a way of doing it because not only did it come out in movie theaters, it's also on HBOMax. So while it's making some money on in the box office, and I think it is currently probably one of the highest grossing since the pandemic started, it's never going to reach the levels that we would see if it wasn't on HBO Max because some people will choose to stay home and watch it. Now, I did see an article where it says your TV is not big enough for Dune. I kind of agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a movie that it really feels like it should be seen on a huge screen. Not that our screen is small by any way, shape, or form. We do have a 73-inch TV with surround sound. You know,
with the theater, it just feels like
it's a little bit different.
There's more of a. It was like it was meant for the theater. You need to be focused on every single thing, and I think that's what a theater, and that's how they wanted to portray the film in
Yeah.
a theater.
So overall, there's actually 6 books. I'm sorry.
No,
There's Dune, Messiah, Children of Dune, God Emperor of Dune, Heretics of Dune,
God Emperor.
and Dune
Oh,
something or other.
ew,
So-
God Emperor.
So there's
Disgusting.
quite a bit.
Disgusting.
But believe it or not, that this movie here only adapts half of the first book,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
There's gonna be like 12 parts to this entire thing, right?
And that's why I say I think it's better to do it kind of like in a series form, because you can give time, to those elements and kind of really flesh it out. Where as a movie, you have 2.5 hours that you can use, 3 if you're really, really pushing it, right? But there's a lot of stuff here in this film. I mean,
2.5 hours.
Lord of the Rings did it.
Each part, though.
Lord of the Rings went 4 hours if you look at the extended versions, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, but I
For
think
real?
Holy
crap!
But
bro.
that's how packed those books were, and Dune is kind of a similar thing, right? So I enjoyed it. I thought
Oh, for sure.
Timothy Chalamet was really good in the role. Who else was in that?
Oscar Isaacs.
Ooh,
Oscar Isaac.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
He was good as the father.
That slimy, barren bastard.
Oh my God, that would have. Oh my God,
Vladimir,
Yes.
the guy that flies. Dr. Selvig for MCU fans,
How the hell is he still even? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen with Dune. I do recommend it to people, but I do also recommend that if you're going to go watch Dune, make sure that if you're at home, please sit down and watch it straight through, because it is a very dense watching. And if you're going to the movie theaters, please make sure that you are well rested
And have popcorn.
Yes. So there's that. Moving on, there was supposed to be an event this week.
Oh, you want to do
for Dragon Ball, right?
STBH? Yeah, I think we could actually briefly just go over it.
So there was a
How-
live stream that you were like supremely disappointed about.
No, I don't think it disappoint. I'm gonna say disappointed in the slightest, because
This is for Dokkan Battle, the mobile game, right?
no,
Oh, it's for Legends?
no.
What else is there then?
The live stream is completely dedicated to Super Dragon Ball Heroes only.
But then why'd you say
not
it's
Super Dragon Ball
Dokkan?
Heroes only. No, it has a section to Dokkan.
So
but
it's
I get
general.
it. So no,
Okay, I'm lost
it's
now.
Dragon Ball Heroes is kind of its own thing, because
It's a mobile game also.
Yes.
It's a card game.
But I'm guessing what they do here is they have like mini segments for like. There's a Dokkan segment.
So there,
Or-
it's all done by Bandai Namco, right? So I gather what they do is that, okay, well, since we're all under the same banner, let's talk about Legends, let's talk about Dokkan,
No.
let's talk about Dragon Ball Heroes. If that's not what it is, then I'm completely lost.
Okay. Let's just put it this way. The live stream is made by Bandai, and the people who are on the Super Dragon Ball Heroes team. This is a live stream solely dedicated to Super Dragon Ball Heroes, as well as the exclusive content that is involved with Super Dragon Ball Heroes and other games. So since we got the only news we got from Dokkan was Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
So they were going to
content.
take a character from Dragon Ball Heroes and throw it into Dokkan. Is that what you're saying?
This is the 11th anniversary for Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It's been a long time for sure.
Never played it. So
It's only in Japan, which sucks.
that's why I've never played it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm not in Japan.
It's an awesome game, though. It's an awesome game.
Okay. Is there like a console version, or Is this just strictly mobile?
Strictly Japan. I'm pretty sure you have
No,
to
he's
have
asking like, do you play it on your phone? Do you play it on
Oh,
an Xbox?
no. I think you can only play it. There's like a specific. I'm not sure about this. Don't quote me on it. But there's like an arcade box thing that you need to buy, where you can play it on. So it has its own
Okay.
console.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very, very
Exclusive.
Very exclusive.
So what happened? What happened on this live stream today? It was today, right?
Yeah.
We're recording Sunday, October 24th.
But no, wait. No, technically, I would say it was. Holy crap! I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, actually, but I wasn't. I don't know why because I don't know why. But they announced
Is
the.
it Japan time?
Yeah, well, hold on. They announced the the live stream for Japan 5 p.m. Japan time, of course. 5 p.m., which is converted to 11 p.m. And I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be today, but when I woke up, I saw the news on it, so I couldn't tell you whether I don't know when it was because it seems like
It was 14 hours ago.
Yeah.
So that would mean Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. That would have happened at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't understand how 5 p.m. converted to 6, but whatever.
Remember, they're on the other side of the world. So
I know, but
there's like a huge time difference.
No, the thing is, like, I was hearing like reports from like Goresh and people that it was supposed to happen at like 11 or whatever, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, the point is,
Just
at the
time
time of at the time of this, our recording of this podcast, it was 14 hours ago. So that would translate to 6 o'clock in the morning here in the States in New York. So
Yeah. 14 hours ago, but for you guys who are listening to this,
it's going to be much later.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm putting October 24th. It was 14 hours ago, 6 o'clock in the morning, United States, New York time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Live stream.
What
stream. Happened?
Okay. Basically, we saw. First, I want to hop into Dokkan news because I think that's the one that we're most disappointed about, slightly for me. We received confirmation on new units, or technically new units. First, don't know why they did this, because nobody asked for it, but a Pan GT Xeno version. So, for those who don't know Xeno is like a futuristic type of characters. It's generally from a different timeline, I believe, or something like that. So we just got a Pan Xeno, who can be Dokkan Awakened, apparently. That's only one unit. For Dokkan Dokkan Battle, we usually receive not transformable. Units that they've released in the past have been only upgraded by not pre Dokkan Awakening. What is it called? Z Awakening, not Extreme Z Awakening, which is basically you're not getting a new character by it because you're not Dokkan Awakening, but they released Dokkan Awakenings for past characters, which now apparently we have SSJ Xeno Goku. Hold on. SSJ Xeno Goku. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Vejanks, Vegeta,
Vajanks.
Gokhan.
Is that
I believe.
Vegeta and Trunks? Vajanks. I love the name.
Yeah, I know. Wait. Hold on. Let me get it.
I sent you it on Instagram, bro.
Jesus, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot the.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get it in like 0.2 seconds.
I'm just still bugging out on the whole Vajanks name.
Ads.
The Vajanks name is awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Super Saiyan Goku Zeno, Super Saiyan Vegeta Zeno, Super Saiyan Vejanks Zeno, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Zeno, and Super Saiyan Gohanks Zeno. Sorry.
Let's get this straight right here. Veganks is obviously Vegeta and
Trunks.
Yeah, we covered that.
And
Gohanks.
Gotenks is obviously Goten and
Did you say it was Gohanks?
No,
so look, it's Vajanks, Go Tanks and Go Hanks.
And Go Tanks
So
is
who
a
is
team.
Go Hanks?
Gohan and Trunks.
And so what is Go? Oh, Go 10 and Trunks. Okay.
Go Tanks is the
Hanks.
original
Jesus
one.
Christ.
But except
Go
it's teen.
Hanks.
My
Yes.
God. See, I can
Hanks.
get with Go Tanks. That's kind of
That's
Go
the original.
Vajenks and Go Hanks is very, very weird to
They're
me.
the odds one. Odd
You
ones
know.
out.
Go Tanks actually flows, right? The other
Yeah.
two really doesn't.
Go Hanks, Vaganks.
So what happens if Goku tries to fuse with them?
Fuse with who?
With Trunks? He becomes Go
Gunks. Oh, Gunks.
Gokunks.
That's already a thing, I believe.
Gokunks?
Gunks.
That's already a thing. That's already a
No,
thing.
Really?
In like Dragon Ball Fusions,
Wow. And
the game.
then
Dragon Ball
What about
Fusions. the game.
Goku and Gohan?
It'd probably be
Gokan.
Gokuhan or something
No,
like
it's
that.
That's actually
Gokan.
not bad. Gokuhan.
It's actually
Gokuhan.
Gokan.
Gokan?
Yeah, Gokan. Gokan
Gokan battle?
Han. Yes.
That's
Gokan.
too weird. Okay,
Anyway, so those are the
Then you have
characters
Vegito,
that got
Gogeta.
Dokkan
got
Awakening.
sidetracked there.
And okay, I want to make this disclaimer right here because they've been receiving a lot of, well, they haven't, but like, there's a lot of mistrust in Super Dragon Ball Heroes and Dokkan Battle right now for the crossover. But what people don't realize is that this is only a small portion.
They
of-
never show all their cards.
Yeah, they never show all their cards until like maybe a couple of weeks after. So we'll have to wait to get the full details. Here's the thing, though. This actually confirms a couple of things for me. Well, it doesn't confirm anything for me actually, but of this live stream, it does confirm actually one thing, not the Dokkan characters. This basically what they do is that every anniversary, I'm pretty sure they switch from Vegito to Gogeta on their main focus. Last year for Dokkan, we got SJ4 Vegito, and in the show we got SJ4 Limit Breaker Vegito. So I'm pretty sure you could see where this is going. We already have an SJ4 Gogeta. That's
Limit Breaker.
Yes. Either Limit Breaker or SSBE Gogeta.
Oh,
Either one of those. I'd say SSBE Gogeta because that is technically the one that comes before Limit Breaker in a way. So
no, it does.
technically speaking, we should be getting him and you know who. Who's the counterpart to SSBE Gogeta?
Time Breaker Broly.
The frick? No. SSJ3R SSJ3
Super
power.
Saiyan Rose 3 full power Goku Black.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
It is
And
amazing.
Bro, and am I hyped? Not to mention, I need to make this a fact too, as well. We received last year units for SSJ4 characters. We got SSJ4 Broly, SSJ4 Gohan and Bardock, and I'm pretty sure we got Toa and Demigur, which nobody really cared about. I sort of cared about Demigur, but that's besides the point. We have SSJ4 characters. Two of them, Gohan and Bardock, still need to. No, I think all three of them. All three of them
Need Dokkan Awakenings.
So Broly, where do you think that's going?
No, I don't think so.
Where do you think that's going?
That's got to be a separate unit. No,
Where do you think that's going?
Eli, that's going to be a separate unit.
Imagine
I'm sorry.
he's an LR.
I doubt.
Oh my gosh!
You're expecting too
SSJ3
much. You're expecting too much
SS4
now.
Limit Breaker Broly.
You're expecting way too
Confirmed.
much now.
Not
No.
to mention, we have Golden Cooler, who still needs a freaking awakening.
Golden. Oh yeah. Oh, I still
Golden
need to
Cooler.
get that guy.
I think Fu doesn't have his awakening, but you can't quote me on that. And I think it's I don't remember the rest from the year before last year. Crossover. Last year's crossover. But anyway, so look, there's not much being revealed for Dokkan specifically this year on the live stream, but I'm still gonna keep my hopes high.
Okay.
or at least somewhat high. For the show
Yes.
and the actual game Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we received some news. I don't know if you want to speak on it. Amazing
The
news.
show
Holy
is
crap.
pretty crazy.
Let's
so
go.
before we even get into what's happening now, there has to be some setup, I imagine.
Yes, very much.
So you don't know this, but there was a guy called the Crimson Masked Saiyan who came onto the scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's some fighting, as there normally is. Cumber is there. He's fighting Goku and Vegeta. Who else was there?
Fu, I believe.
No, not in the
Hearts.
Hearts.
Cumber.
Cumber was.
I think Turles was there.
Yes, Turles was there.
Yes,
He got the evil awakened form.
Yes,
Oh,
Turles a
gosh.
god. Turles the actual
So
god.
the evil
None
awakened.
of this stuff is canon, by the way, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
hell no.
So let me preface the evil awakened form. You know
Mhm.
how Cumber has the long Super Saiyan 3 hair?
Mm-hmm.
Turles gets that.
In base form, my guy.
In base form?
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's interesting.
And you want to know something? That's only base form. Let's go. Turles is a god.
Ugh,
You cannot stop him
disgusting.
because he is immortal.
Anyway, so he gets knocked off like a punk.
No,
'cause
he
does.
doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
He's a
Vegeta
god.
knocks him off.
Oh wait, that's right. He got that.
Yeah, he gets
stupid
knocked off like a punk.
SSB garbage crap.
Yeah,
They
Vegeta
really
gets
don't.
a new form. It's
Stupid.
like Super Saiyan Blue, not corrupted, but like
So
Dark
what's
form.
the point
evil.
of having this type of non like this is this show just
The purpose.
meant to
it's
kind
meant to
of-
promote the game.
Okay, that's what
No,
that's
not-
what I that's
not
what I
even
wanted
just
to
that.
know.
It's also to, I guess, give the fans the
A pacemaker until the show returns.
Is this kind of like a what if type of thing?
This is like a what if, except let's try and do like major fan service, like
Timebreaker
every
Broly
single
is one of them.
every single freaking time we release a new episode, we're gonna be completing another fan's, I guess you could say, fantasy or whatever.
Yeah. So
Kind of
those guys get knocked off, and finally we get to who the Crimson Masked Saiyan is. And it turns out to be none other than Goku Black.
It's actually pretty cool.
But it's not
Love
just
his
any
design.
Goku Black. This is a Goku Black who has been traveling the multiverse and killing Gokus.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And so by the time he gets to the current Goku that we've been following, he's killed 99.
So he's like a how can you say it? He's kind of like going to each multiverse and just assassinating everybody. There's another character that does that. I can't remember who it is.
So he kind of does what Dio Brando does in JoJo, because remember, Jonathan's
Spoiler.
body isn't fully his. So the purpose of fighting all these Gokus is to make the body more so his.
Mm.
And so as a result of killing all these Gokus, he unlocks a new form. And that's Super Saiyan Rose 2.
Is that the one you were bugging out on before?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No, not
Okay.
even close.
So over the course of his fight with Goku and Vegeta, another mystery character comes in, and it's what is he called? He's like the Saiyan in robes, or the Saiyan without a name.
Yeah, something like that. Some bull crap. I don't
Yeah.
like that character at all.
So basically, he fights Goku Black for a little while Goku and Vegeta do some like split second time machine, not time machine, room of space and time training.
Yeah. Something like that.
And over the course of Goku Black's fight with this mysterious Saiyan who looks like Goku, he transforms into Super Saiyan Rose 3.
Yeah.
with eyebrows.
Nope,
No,
not with
not
eyebrows
yet.
yet.
Not
This
yet.
is not the one yet. Okay.
No.
Oh my gosh. I'm totally ruining this for everybody then.
And so by the time Goku and Vegeta come back, they fight with Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black for a little bit. But that doesn't go over very well because his power continues to escalate as he fights with them. And so what happens? He transforms.
Let me do the fusion part.
Fusion.
Oh wait.
That's not yet.
Oh frick. Let me do that part because it's Gogeta. Let me do that part. It's awesome.
And so
Awesome.
they're fighting him,
Yeah.
and he becomes the Super Saiyan Rose 3 full
Full power.
power Goku Black.
With eyebrows.
And this is where, because Goku didn't,
This all happens in the span of how many episodes?
like 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So
Not to mention his time breaker mask is
That's- Yeah.
That's still rather OP for 3 episodes. 3 short episodes, right?
oh
well,
For him
I mean,
to
Broly,
transcend
like-
to these forms.
this is SDBH. It's something that
Yeah.
So
it's a
instead
standard.
of learning the power over seasons, you learn it over episodes.
Think of the-
yeah.
is this a good way to put it? The mask kind of makes you like Broly. Your power
Yeah.
like skyrockets every time you fight.
So it's amplified.
I remember
Yes.
a time you said that was garbage.
It kind of still is.
No,
but
it isn't.
anyway.
Basically, if you get rid of it as a whole, your power. Yeah.
So,
shoot. Okay.
Hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
yes.
So, like I was trying to say before, Goku Black, Super Saiyan 3 Rose full power, it's not just Super Saiyan 3. He grows a tail, which he didn't have before. He gets super buff, kind of Broly-esque. Not as huge as Broly, but he gets a huge tone up. And of course, the most important part, he grows his eyebrows back.
Hell yeah.
You gotta see the episodes. It's actually kind of cool.
So
Yeah.
I gotta ask this question because I have not jumped onto Dragon Ball Heroes like you guys have. Couple of things. Is there an actual story, or is this just them fighting?
Very barely.
Okay.
Barely.
Does that take away from it?
A little bit, but you're not really. You should be there for the story,
It's-
but it's really more. Here's
it's-
the transformation of the week.
Yeah, it's mainly why Super Dragon Ball Heroes is clowned a lot by the fans because there's no real premise.
Like they kind
To
of
Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it's just crazy stuff.
Although,
all the time.
to be honest, they paced it rather well before this
Yeah,
whole arc. Like with
they
Hearts,
did.
you didn't get a transformation every next day of the week
and then that just got completely thrown out of the window like,
after
the season
Hearts was
after.
beaten.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not something you could hate. Well, it's either loved or
Yes, it depends on your outlook. But we're drawing closer to the end of this fight because it's clear that Goku and Vegeta cannot beat Super Saiyan 3 Rose full power by themselves. Even with Goku, who has a near mastered Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta with his corrupt
Super. I don't.
Super
just
Saiyan Blue.
Forget it.
So, what do they do, Eli?
Fuse, yo, oh my gosh. And it's not okay. So it's a fusion, right? And they're still base form, I believe. I think they're just fighting in base form for a little bit. No, they don't skip to, they go to SSB.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting something.
What?
So to buy them time to fuse, Golden Frieza and
Oh.
Golden Meta Cooler come to kind of buy them time.
Oh yeah, they fight to
But then Goku Black summons a pretty cool character, if I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah. Oh my
He
gosh.
summons the King of Destruction, which is another way of
Yes.
saying he has the Majin mark,
Mhm.
Omega Shenron.
Sure.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
gosh.
Oh God.
Yo.
And so they're kind of buying him time. But then
Fusion Gogeta enter not base form SSB.
he's
Gogeta.
straight off blue to start.
Straight off blue, and surprisingly enough, that's already enough to overpower SS3. Yeah, no, people have been saying that was just enough to overpower this fool.
No, overpower. Because remember, the reason why he does what he did was because his healing was able to catch up to the damage that
Yeah, but
he was dealing.
Over people were speculating like online over time he would have somehow like beaten him either way.
But then he would have transformed
It
again.
it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all.
Yes, so go on.
Goku Black, being the little fool that he is, decides I can't have any more of this or some crap, and Gogeta transforms.
He gets a transformation himself.
Yes, sir. Evolution. Super Saiyan Blue evolution.
Even though that's a...
Yeah,
See, here's the
it's
thing
weird.
with that. Vegeta already has SSBE. It's called evolution. But Gogeta's new transformation that Eli's talking about is called Super Saiyan Blue Evolved.
Which is sort of weird because the
They look
transformation-
almost the same.
The appearance doesn't match Super Saiyan Blue evolution.
No, because
What?
they're two different transformations. Evolution is not the same as evolved.
Oh yeah. But people were saying that it looked a little bit like it had UI in it, right? You have to say
A little.
it did,
I can
right?
say a little.
Because it had the eyes, the big freaking eyes, and then the little god flames, particles, and basically, as you would expect, Gogeta is all about business. Freaking one hits this. Well, okay, he does a little bit of fighting. Goku Black gets pissed off. He has a really cool effect with his mask where it turns into flames, and
It does that throughout this episode.
I know, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And he gets pissed off. With his anger, he tries to get a shot at Gogeta because he thinks that he's had enough of him.
by mortals.
Yeah. And of course, Gogeta straight punch to the mask freaking breaks. All of a sudden, Goku Black gets like
He
behind.
gets Janemba disintegrated.
I know, he just
In one punch.
disintegrates into nothingness.
Wow.
Gogeta just ended a fight that was the quickest fight you have probably ever seen.
Well,
Dragon
aside
Ball.
from Janemba.
Well, yeah, besides
When he
from
fought
Janemba.
Janemba the
Well,
first time.
it's very much the same, and I like
Yeah.
how they did that. So that's the premise of the episode.
How do you
before
watch
this episode?
How do you watch Dragon Ball Heroes? Is there a platform that you can watch it on? Is it like on?
I just watch it on
Hulu?
YouTube.
It's on
yeah.
YouTube
I'm pretty sure it's featured on the Super Dragon Ball Heroes
website.
website or game or whatever. But for
So
the
it's
most
not
part,
like on a Hulu or a
No.
Funimation or a
it's
Crunchyroll.
on nothing.
It's just YouTube. You got to watch it there, right?
That's the only place you could
Yes.
probably find it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But
A lot of episodes, or
There are quite a few. There's well over 30 now, at least.
but they're short
yeah.
episodes, right?
Yeah, they're short.
With-
like, what, 15, 20
A
minutes?
crap ton of content. It's like fast forward. It's always at such an incredible pace. It's going, yeah. But anyway, that's basically that episode. The next episode after it, basically is all about just frick. The next episode, this is the one that we got introduced to the new units of this live stream today. Basically, we got a preview of this episode with SJ4, Limit Breaker. Guess who? Is it Vegito? Is it Broly? It's freaking Gogeta.
Actually, Limit
Okay,
Breaker
okay.
Broly was in the episode.
He was in that.
And-
I'll give you that.
He was fighting Cumber. That's going to be a good fight.
Oh yeah, and Vegeta was also in that
I like
episode
Cumber.
as well.
Cumber has a good character design.
He's
surprised
fighting
it-
Limit Breaker Broly.
I'm surprised
I'm
it was
gonna have
equal,
to start
though.
picking it up then.
I was surprised it was equal. And also, SJ4 Limit Breaker Vegeta was in the show. But anyway, basically, I don't remember what's been going on with Fu. I haven't been catching up with it, but Fu is gaining powers. I'm pretty sure he broke the time limit barrier or whatever. He's messing around with time. That's all you need to know. He's messing around with the multiverse.
Okay.
Basically, Fu becomes way too powerful. Broly and Cumber fight because Broly is freaking insane. And then we have
Cumber's just looking for a good fight.
yeah, I know. And then we just have a freaking legendary duo that ends in such a quick moment. We get SJ4 Limit Breaker Gogeta and SSBE evolved. I mean,
No, not evolved. It's just
SSBE evolved Gogeta. Both fighting Fu. Both for a split moment. Fu overpowers them because he has wings or some crap and he looks like a kid now. So apparently that makes him practically Sephiroth. But anyway, yeah. That's the premise of the episode.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, that was the main attraction, yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty sure that was the main thing for the live stream. I don't think there's anything much more else to it.
Okay.
Well, the episodes are not the live stream, let us clarify.
Yeah, it was just a preview of it and I think they showed some of the characters in game or something like that. I didn't really look at the Super Dragon Ball Heroes content as much.
All right.
But yeah.
But there you have it.
So, before we wrap up this show, because we're at that point, there's one other thing that I think we should probably discuss. I don't think there's a lot of information on it, but it's one of AJ's favorites, and that's Godzilla.
Oh, yes, that's right. So
He's coming back.
Well,
he never really left, right?
Quote unquote, but yeah. So basically, for the anniversary of Godzilla, what is that, November 3rd?
Mhm.
That sounds right. They're going to put together a little short film, I guess, and they're going to be using the costumes from Final Wars. It's going to be Godzilla versus Hedorah, basically.
Okay.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That's always good whenever there's Godzilla stuff. And plus, you had mentioned before, Alamo Drafthouse is running a kind of like what do you call it? A kind of festival almost. Not really, but like a special engagement.
If I
special
remember
showing.
correctly, they're going to show the original 54. Don't quote me on that, though. But I'm pretty sure that's a thing that's happening.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know. So, all right. So there you have it. That's our freestyle episode for this week.
Hoorah.
Yep.
Hoorah. So again, I would like to thank everybody for showing up and listening to our humble little podcast. Thank you for listening in. Not only here in the States, but across the world. We have an engaged and an awesome fan base. You know, not only here, but we're kind of. It's almost like that movie. What was it?
What?
Step Brothers.
Huh. Okay.
The name of their company was at like Entertainment Worldwide or something like that. You know, it's.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that movie?
I do remember that.
I remember the movie. I don't remember what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there is a thing where it's like it's Entertainment Worldwide, and so like I said, you know, I'd like to thank all of our listeners. We have listeners from India, from Ethiopia, Iraq, Madagascar, Canada, Pakistan, the Philippines, Germany, the United Kingdom, Bahrain, Brazil, Hong Kong, Ireland, Jamaica. I mean, I just want to thank everybody for listening in and checking us out and actually giving a crap about what we have to say, because sometimes I don't even give a crap about what I say. So to our listeners, thank you. And on that note, we're going to call this podcast. We're going to be coming back next Tuesday with another exciting episode 51. We'll figure out what we'll talk about pretty soon and give you guys a shout out. But until then, This is your host, Walt, one of 3. Host
This
number 2
is Super Saiyan Rose 3
I should've
Full
done that.
Power AJ. There we go.
Okay.
SS4 Limit Breaker Evolved Corrupt. Oh my god, I just blanked. Eli, frick. Oh my god.
All right. And until then,
May our-
Dragon Balls
No, that did not.
roll together.
No, no. Oh my gosh, we're still screwing it up, and it's like the 50th episode.
I don't know.
When will we get this right?
Who knows?
May our Shenrons. There's not.
That's even worse.
May our fists. No.
May our paths cross again. Let's just keep it simple, guys.
For the 50th, let's keep it simple.
May our paths cross again.
There you go. Later, peeps.
Or Shenron.